Opium Western Radio. Hello, we're back for week 2. Here we are. If you're listening and you listened to week 1, we thank you for coming back. And if you're brand new to this, go back and listen to week 1 and then come back and listen to us.
Go back and listen.
Dane and Steve are in the studio.
Hello. You don't want me to lean in, do you?
Yeah, you're good.
Okay.
You're good. Okay, so guys, what's been going on this week? What's new? What's good?
Good. Thank you, Craig Martinowski and the Crazy Craigs Business Empire, for giving me a solo show on Saturday at the Treehouse. It's always good to get out and play, and in this time when gigs are scarce, it was an absolute blessing, and I'm so grateful of them. Thank you, Crazy Craigs. Thank you.
Crazy. I couldn't make it because I had to work.
Yep.
You had to work at the Zappa. But he sent a video of the monsoon that was out there.
Oh, Lord.
Yeah.
It rained. And I said, "Oh, did you play Riders on the Storm by the Doors?"
He's like, what?
Riders on the Storm.
Make sure you're in.
Do you want to elaborate on?
Awesome.
Yep.
That sounds like a good gig. I saw those pictures too. And does that affect who travels out to the shows?
It can. I
Yeah.
think, thankfully, there were enough people that just wanted to be out, and there were still plenty of people to play to for the rest of the night. Yeah, it was kind of cool.
Good. I think right now is a good time, especially when it is slow season. It's a good time to get out for the locals. Because
Yes.
then you feel like it's your playground.
It's starting to pack up now.
Yeah.
This traffic out.
Memorial Day weekend,
Yeah.
right?
Any chance you get to play, you just got to grab it, and getting paid to do so is just that much better. And yeah, you just need that stage time. That's what keeps us doing what we do and who we are. And it's just worth its weight in gold. It's so important.
When you're not playing, who are you listening to?
I use YouTube, and anything that pops in my head. I haven't listened to this in a while. I've been going back and listening to music that I grew up with. Chicago. I love Chicago.
Oh, nice. Good choice.
Color My World, Saturday in the Park, even their stuff that wasn't hits. My dad had their albums, and the ones that, of course, the hits were great. What that band could really do is inside those deep tracks.
25 or 6 to 4 was the first song I learned as a kid. I think I was 12. Mom was recently divorced, and she had to have an acoustic guitar so she could play Rolling on the River with her gal pals. And so what I would do is I would rip a playing card, stick it between the strings so it sounded like it was distorted.
Ingenious.
And I just figured out the melody, and I wanted an electric guitar. And of course, in those days, money was tight, mom being single and divorced, and I was just determined to have some kind of experience on that level. So anyway, sorry for the interjection.
I never would have thought of that.
Putting
a playing card.
Or maybe it was a piece of newspaper.
Makes so much sense.
It was like putting a card with a clothespin on the spokes on your
I did that.
guitar.
I did that.
Yeah.
I like it.
That was the first song I ever learned to play. It was 25 or 6 to 4.
My dad had me listening to jazz-infused rock, Blood, Sweat, and Tears. Love Blood, Sweat, and Tears.
Wow. Zappa?
No, he was not into Zappa, but that would come later.
Okay.
That would come later when I was in college. We were big Zappa fans because we had a sense of humor, of course. And he used the best musicians. And since we were at music school learning complicated music, that was as complicated as it got. And then I always loved Jeff Beck.
Yes.
Yeah. His early stuff, probably any period that Jeff had. Jeff just did it. But his imagination was just beyond incredible. He did not sound like anybody else. Yeah, just stuff like that. And jazz, like Chick Corea, Return to Forever, Mahavishnu Orchestra.
All of these bands that you guys are listening, for the most part, sound nothing like what you guys do.
Totally.
Isn't that interesting?
Yeah. It's like going to the well. I think you need to go to the well to kind of find what you want to do.
When we're in the course of playing, and because we do a lot of jam sessions,
Yeah.
Dane will go ape on a solo, and it's the bands and the songs that we were influenced with, and that we can pick and choose in our minds little nuances of things that we've heard before. I may be playing off of him and thinking of something that Mitch Mitchell from Jimi Hendrix did, or Danny Seraphin from Chicago, because those guys were heavily influenced by jazz. So it's the things that you put in a big melting pot that help anything that you play, make it interesting instead of too cliche-ish.
The great thing about YouTube is all the live footage, live video that's out there. It's incredible. That's what I listen to anymore. Is I just love listening to live music, live recordings. Anybody. I'm obviously really in love with Hendrix, but it's really more the Hendrix experience. It's that band, that trio that is responsible for that music. And a lot of the times the focus goes on Jimmy to the detriment of the rest of the band. But there's just amazing bootleg recordings from We Love the Police. There's tons out there. Just, that's what I love listening to now, is live recordings, because they really show the essence of who you really were inspired by. Back in the day, all we had was the vinyl, unless you went to see him in concert.
Yeah.
And so, yeah, that's what I listen to. Is if I'm listening to music at all, it's live recordings.
And they're, like he said, they're all out there.
That's
And
the blessing
if
of
you
YouTube.
didn't have it on
Tons of
vinyl,
it. Yeah.
you're only getting one small fraction of what that band could really do. But now you've got YouTube and all of these other stations at your disposal, and you can listen to it and go, I didn't think that they did that. Wow, I never heard them do that before. Because all you had was just the vinyl.
Most of the time you realize how incredible they were as musicians.
Yeah.
There's a reason their albums were so great, and you can't tell from what they're playing on these pop songs, but they were just heavy. And yeah.
It's interesting. You guys bring up some really good points. We're so serious today.
Wine!
Yes.
No, but
Waiter!
what I wanted to say is that if you would let me get a word in edgewise.
Okay.
What I wanted to say is I can remember back in the day, I had a cassette. Before that, I had 8 tracks, but for a period of time when
We're dating ourselves here.
right?
Yeah.
I had a cassette player in my car because my car didn't have a cassette player, it just had an AM radio. But I had a portable cassette player, and you just heard, I memorized all of the albums
That's right.
that I had.
Because you had to
right?
listen to all of it.
Because you did.
Yeah.
You had to
You
listen
couldn't
to all of it.
advance. You couldn't
Right.
advance. You had to listen to all of it.
But now I can go on to YouTube or Spotify or Pandora or Apple Music or wherever. I can listen to everything that artist has.
Yes.
And I can put it in whatever order I want. I can see them in video, which video killed the radio stars, they say. And
Bungles.
yes. And so it's changed so much over the course of our lifetime.
Yeah.
And it's an interesting, I'm going to use the word dichotomy, and I'm probably misusing it, but who knows, that you guys are kind of taking this classic approach in your music.
Yeah. I think that's what maybe Steve and I have in common, is if we're doing anything and it's in our heart, it's going to have that classic element.
It's our passion.
Okay.
And there's lots of new stuff out there that has that classic element. And what that is, it's timeless. If it's badass and cool now, guess what? 20, 30 years, it
never gets out of style.
It still will be.
Yeah.
Who's still listening to Jimi Hendrix or Janis
Everybody.
Joplin or
Everybody.
the old Stones?
You ask people, a lot of times people ask us, what kind of music do you play? And I'll go into a little spiel, but then eventually I'll ask them, what do you like? And they say everything. And I'll say, we do some classic rock, Zeppelin, Hendrix, Cream. And it just lights right up. It's like, that's all the reels on the slot machine, bang. And because they were timeless and they had that classic element. And I'm not saying that's easy to conjure up. It's kind of not. But once you find that ability, that's your home. some classic element that it's like the musical pyramids.
Yeah.
They're still going to be here long after we're gone. And anyway, that's
And the body just keeps growing because of the fact that we archived it so well. The body of music just keeps growing and growing.
Yeah, that's so important.
It's not just
there's so many songs that I want to do. I'm constantly sending him, hey, we should do this. We should do this. He's like, cool.
How do you choose? How do you guys choose as a collective?
One has an idea and then and bounces it off of somebody else.
And hopefully you're playing with guys or gals that you have a lot in common with. Otherwise, that would be like pulling teeth. And so it's important that you have that chemistry and you have that click.
Open mind.
Because you throw song ideas out there. Like I threw Fascination Street out for us to do our own version of, and you could have shot it down, but I knew you wouldn't because we have the same likes.
Because you're not dumb.
Yeah, we have that.
It's all about.
Or not.
I'm going to show you it's all. It's all about being in the beginning selective about who you work with.
Yeah.
You don't want to.
And that applies in so many things. Yeah.
We found out right away that we had a chemistry, that we could get along, that we could play well together, that we could have fun as buddies, and nobody is going to completely say, no, that's not. We agree on a lot of things, and some things we don't, but it doesn't hold us back. There were bands that I was in where nobody agreed on anything, and those bands aren't together anymore.
That's what I was going to just ask, is some of these long running bands like the Stones, who else? Aerosmith still hanging out together.
Yeah.
Some of those
Metallica. They're legendary for going to group therapy.
Are they?
They all had therapists because they all recognize we've got this incredible multi-million-dollar selling product. We have to do whatever it takes to stay together and keep it going.
I think it's just about chemistry. We just play.
I think if you can entertain 100 people, you can probably entertain 1,000 people.
Yeah.
There's different ways to do that. You can just be a live band that has a great reputation for being able to rock a crowd, but ultimately if you're trying to make it as an original artist, you've got to have a recorded product, and it's got to be take no prisoners kind of thing, and that it definitely catches and it has to have legs of its own. And then when you get up and play, you're just supporting your own product. But I think we are a live band because we enjoy playing with each other, and that I think we have the best of both worlds. You play music. That word playing, okay? Music is effing work. Everything associated with it, if you're trying to make it a profession, it's just a shit ton of work.
It's work, yes.
But you play. I play.
Hey,
I don't get up there and spend 20 hours behind a computer designing structures and engineering, whatever they would term that. It's just when it's music, playing. What you do all day? I'm playing. And if you say you're working at music, you probably suck, because honestly, when music is great, it's effortless. When you're writing
on this side of music, when you're the listener to music, you want it to be effortless. You want it to sound effortless.
Yeah.
Well, the work that you do, writing, making sure that it sounds the way you want, writing it from the heart, and then going into the studio and making sure all the elements come together, that part is the work. It's not fun and games every minute when we're creating. But when you hear that playback and you go and you hear a great take, then you say, that is great. And all that hard work that you did, the end product is the reward. And then learn all the elements in the tune, then go out there and, like you said, be effortless. All the footwork that you do is work, but the playing, the performing should be fun. It should.
Really, it should be. I think the more fun
when
more
something is wrong, whenever we get to the point where when we're playing it's not fun, then there's something wrong that needs to be addressed. Whether it's not being able to hear certain things, or are we playing the right material for this crowd, or are we not delivering it live or something. But I record everything, every performance that we do, just for my own study, and I listen to it and okay, that one was good, that one was good, I need to work on this, I can be my own critic. Because if I can't stand to listen to myself, nobody else can.
Oh gosh, that's a whole
I'm not gonna
unpacking
touch
right
that.
there.
Yeah.
Not sure if we want to go down that rabbit hole.
Sorry.
But,
Yeah.
But it's true.
yeah,
It's very true.
yeah. So many people don't.
You
want
want to feel good about what you do
Yeah.
because you love what you do. Just like you. You're great at what you do.
Oh, you're
And it shows.
you're so
Absolutely.
kind. And it is work, but it's also fun. And I think I get what you're saying. And I think it might be specific to artists. I don't know. People who have what you produce comes out from inside of you, right?
Yes.
It comes
I think
from.
it comes through you.
Okay.
It's like a painter.
That is a
You're
good way of
just
saying
honestly,
that.
you're just a window.
It's
Just
a
coming
Yeah.
through you.
I used to paint when I was a kid.
Yeah.
And the creative process is fun until you hit some sort of obstacle. You're looking at it going, okay, where did I go wrong here? This didn't look right. So you
Mhm.
fix something, just like we do when we're in the studio. And then when you address the problem and then fix it, and then it comes out great, it's a great feeling.
Overcoming that
Yes.
obstacle is its own
That's right.
reward.
That's right. And if you're just excusing all these mistakes and everything, yeah, then your end product is not going to be that good, and you're not going to get very many.
Okay, so here's a question for
Yeah,
both of
yeah.
you. Where do you draw the line on authenticity and professionalism in performances, in recordings?
So much of we do right now, we're playing cover band shows.
Mhm.
Yes.
So on authenticity, that's your own thing because it's not that important in a cover band show. You're going to end up being authentic regardless if it's in your core. And then professionalism, honestly, it's just like they say, what is it? 80-90% of success is showing up.
Yeah.
Yes,
Nope.
that is
to
so
me
true.
is the essence of
Knowing
professionalism.
how to conduct
Just show
yourself.
that.
Knowing how to conduct yourself.
A lot of people can't do that first one. Show up.
Show up. That's right. That's right. Or just projecting, like we were saying last week, projecting to the audience, connecting.
Yes.
Because if you don't, you're just up there. You're like bookends. You're like furniture.
Yeah.
And people are like, even if you sound really good and you don't perform and you don't connect with the audience,
Yeah.
and you don't give them.
The thing about being a
So-
professional musician is it's one thing to have a mojo and recognize that you do, and for other people to recognize it. It's another thing to be able to conjure that up at will. And you have to be able to conjure that mojo because you're being paid to do it, and you have to learn the tricks to get it. Otherwise, you're going to be up there and you're going to play for 4 hours and you're going to suck for the first hour and a half. You have to be able, and it involves different ways of warming up, either vocally or with your fingers when you're playing or playing drums. You have to be able to conjure up that magic at will. Otherwise, you are not a professional.
Yeah.
You're a wannabe. You're a bedroom warrior. Get off the stage and make room for people that know how to do it.
You have an opinion on this.
I have an opinion. But it's so true, and it's easier said than done.
Yeah.
What
It
I'm
really is.
hearing is, and correct me if I'm wrong, but what I'm hearing is, because you were saying, Steve, about the practicing, and if you're just letting all the mistakes slide, then you're not really doing your job, kind of a thing. So what I'm hearing you say between the two of you is that is actually improving your ability to be authentic.
It always is. It's in
I
progress.
think so.
Because
Yeah.
I think a lot of people use that excuse. I just want to be authentic, so I'm just going to do what I do.
Yeah.
And
It's got
they're
to
not perfecting their craft.
It's got to have some thought. Just like with everything, just like with movies.
Mhm.
Movie has to have a great storyline.
Did you love my air guitar?
Yes,
guy?
I did. You've got great technique. I love Let me see your drum.
Yeah, that's okay.
With the Dorian scale.
A Dorian.
I'm sorry, I interrupted your
That's
thought.
cute. That's cute. I love that. But professionalism, yeah, you've got to give it some thought. And everything has to be relevant to what you want to do. Just say, what do you want to say? You can't just get up there and just play anything. We do have a concept. We do have the central idea. People ask, well, what we do, and we say we're classic rock, and in the style of Zeppelin, Hendrix, Cream, Jeff Beck. And then they start spouting out, oh, do you do any Tom Petty? No. Do you do any Skinner? No. I always just say, just stick around and listen to us.
And those are great artists.
Somebody came up to me.
Yeah.
Somebody came up to me and said, do you do any Ozzy? No, we don't do any Ozzy, but we can play something that has the same notes in it,
Just not in the same order.
And oddly enough, a friend of mine came out. He's a drummer, Dino Phillips, great friend of mine. And he plays for the Haygoods and the 60s show in town. He came up, we invited him up, and he starts playing Crazy Train by Ozzy. And Dino knows the song, so he starts playing. And then I'm singing. I'm doing my Ozzy.
Wait
Crazy.
a minute.
How much you pulled those vocals on?
Wait a minute.
And I'm like,
Dang, man, you got your Ozzy down. Oh.
I think we need to have
Humor.
you guys.
I started screwing
Bring
up because I was
instruments
listening.
next
we should.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I
I
was
can bring
listening.
some bongos.
There you go.
Yeah.
We can do some music.
Yeah.
That'd be
It'd
cool.
Fun.
He could bring his sitar, and I can bring my tabla.
Listen,
Yeah.
to what the flowers.
We could
people
burn
say.
incense. And I'll give you some finger cymbals. Ting.
I love those.
I love it. My mom had some. She was the
Mm.
belly dancer.
Really?
Yeah.
Mother was a belly dancer.
Well,
Oh,
not professional.
Oh, okay. No, that's magic.
But
I'll
she
tell ya.
somewhere her symbols are somewhere. Somebody has.
I've got
them.
some.
Somebody got them.
Ting. Yeah.
Yeah. Oh, how fun is that? So, what is the funnest gig you have in mind to play?
Wow. Anything
With-
where we can get 100 people up and dancing.
We love
'Cause
dancing.
As much as we're getting into more of this kind of
100. Your bar is so low.
bluesy,
I
So
like-
low.
that's
I
just
like arenas and stadiums. Just anywhere,
Fun.
like theaters, like people who appreciate.
Yeah.
I
like
love-
a festival type vibe
Festival?
or concert vibe.
I like the theater
or-
vibe when
Theater.
people sit down and then they listen and applaud. And if you want to dance, you get up and dance.
Oh, okay.
Yeah,
You like
just
applause.
react. Yeah, just reacting.
So there's an energy exchange, right?
Yes,
totally.
we
Mhm.
extend the energy.
There's so many variables in that because you can have all your stuff dialed in and get crappy sound.
Yeah,
And so a
Mhm.
lot of things have to come together to make that perfect show. And
when we reach
it's a
the
bit of a
audience,
crapshoot, honestly.
yeah, when we reach the audience, it extends back to us. Then we love it even more. It's like
Mhm.
church. Amen. Can I
Hallelujah.
get it? Amen.
Here you
So
go.
to thank the Lord in heaven for the YouTube and all this live music and all these bootlegs that go back to the 60s, 50s, whatever, and in between. And when music was still music. And I'm not talking about the style. I'm talking more about how it was recorded, how it was disseminated, how it was put in a live presentation.
Interesting. What do you think,
I
Steve?
wrestle with that big time. Because I've got a 5,000 watt head power mixer that we use whenever we play, and it only weighs 20 pounds. Yay, it's 20 pounds. You know what? It's a
Yeah.
cracker box, okay?
Yeah.
The real thing weighs 100 pounds. I'm sorry.
I have to tell you,
So-
we're full-time RVers. That's not a secret to anybody. And when we got rid of everything, we had these big, tall speakers in our home. That was a hard thing to give up.
What kind of amp?
What?
I don't know. I rely on you
Was
to
that-
know that.
Was
stuff.
that Randy
My
that was
dad.
behind that? Okay.
Yeah.
My dad had an old Klipsch speaker, and they were designed to where you could put them in the corner, and it had the top head to it, had the bottom for the woofer, and the side speaker to where the sound waves would slide
Yeah.
through the walls, and then you would get this surround
Yeah.
sound.
Yeah.
It was great. If he would have had two, it would have been great. But I used to practice drums in my bedroom, and when we had an exchange student one year, I was in the game room on the hide bed, and I had my drums in there, and that was also the game room. Dad's computer, the
Mhm.
TV, and he had the Klipsch horn speaker, and I would blast it and just play Rush. I'd play Rush songs. I'd play Police songs. I'd play Van Halen songs. That was, I don't know what happened to it. I think he sold it, but yeah, I'd like to get it back.
Technology has really just shrunk everything. It's all shrunk. It's all little.
Yeah.
So I think it changes it. Dane, you're not wrong. It changes the experience. For us back in the day, it was an experience to listen on those big speakers or the surround and all of that. It was momentous. And now you can have a little tiny Bluetooth speakers. It's the size of a coaster.
Well, digital music is coming through that Bluetooth speaker, and music is mechanical. Sound is mechanical energy. That's how the ear registers it. And that's why people are looking at vinyl and tape, because that is the mechanical reproduction of sound, which is a mechanical energy. So you take it out of that digital realm where it's like it's up there with our gross domestic product and our national debt. That's all ether money. The sound is all ether sound. And so if you want that soul, it's in the mechanical energy. And that's the beauty of playing in a cover band for 4 hours, is you're going to know if you enjoy listening to something and your sound for 4 hours, you've done something right. If you're sick of it in the first hour, it's probably too much digital. It's just too much solid state. It's just, people aren't going to stick around and listen to that for 4 hours because it doesn't soothe. It doesn't heal.
Yeah.
Oh, interesting.
That's really, to me, that's so important with music. It's healing qualities, and rock and roll even can do that. It's not just about inciting people into rage. It's about healing. It's a beautiful thing when rock and roll can do that. When it can heal people.
Music is well documented.
Yeah, all of it. Yeah, but just for the sake of discussion with rock and roll, it doesn't have to be just inciting rage or anger or anything. It's even that's healing.
It can be.
Sound needs to be healed, and there was a whole other quality of that back in the day. A perspective that comes from 30 plus years of anything, whether it's music or flying airplanes or drafting or architecture.
Or flying your new car.
Yeah, flying a new car. It's valued. I think back in the day, you'd just be discounted and written off. So it's a good time for longevity.
It is a good time for longevity. Yeah. It is.
Because it means less with every generation. Everybody's healthier and living longer.
And I think I'm gonna use this term, and everybody's gonna hate me for it, but the Gen X generation, which is us, I think you're cusp Gen X.
I'm a cusper.
You're a cusper. But I think that
it's
generation...
not a sexual orientation.
Another quote. So I think by and large, and I don't like to stereotype, but by and large, I think this is the thing, that we just let everything flow. Let it, whatever, not stuck in our ways. But we grew up in an era where it was the first era where it was a double income households, and so we didn't have a lot of attention. And we just did whatever. But I believe that I see this age group waking up to some of the things that we're talking about here today, being more open-minded, as you said earlier, Steve, and learning from the generations that have come behind us.
Yeah, it's easier now with the gig economy, where people have all kinds of side hustles. And they have a lot of freedom, but there's responsibility that goes with that. But they're able to put their life experiences first, and that's a luxury this day and age. It definitely is the luxury of this day and age to be able to focus on not just the quality of your life, but what you're doing with it, what you're experiencing.
That's sense of entitlement for people who have figured out how to do that. We don't always remember that there's others that haven't figured out how to do that.
True. Yeah. And there's also people that depend on you. It just depends on what you're going to do with your time and your life. Yeah, I think people are a lot more aware of that now.
It's just like getting off of work and to do an interview. I put that in my time off schedule. I'm doing a radio interview.
Really?
Yes.
Oh, wow. Aren't we special?
I don't want to pass that up. Yeah.
No, that's, I think, maybe a good lesson that we can all embrace, is to learn to make time for the things that are important to you, whether that's your work or your life or activities or whatever.
Absolutely.
I've learned to kind of do one while I'm doing the other. I don't really like to multitask, but when we do a gig, I record the whole thing. Then when I'm at work the next day, I just use, or not the YouTube, but the Bluetooth, and I listen to the gig the night before as I'm doing my job.
Nice.
Yeah.
Nice.
And it doesn't affect my work, and I can listen to it and critique while I'm doing my work. So being able to fuse both of them and organize your time to where you're not saying, we'll do this later, and just do it while you're doing another job. I'm sure my boss wants to hear that.
We will block
Yeah, no,
your boss for being able to access this
no, he
podcast.
won't care. He won't care. Yeah,
That's
we all
funny.
listen to music at work. We have to have it. It's like Dane. It's therapeutic. Music is therapeutic. I can't.
Yeah, absolutely.
I
It changes your
constantly have-
DNA. Music
right.
changes your DNA.
We need it just
Yeah, I
like
can see
food
that.
and water and air.
Yeah, and as you alluded to earlier, could be good, could be bad. So you need to make sure what you're putting
Absolutely.
into
Good.
I know.
your brain. But
No.
yeah, I remember back in the day, since we're being all nostalgic today,
Yeah.
like on those 70s game shows
Yeah.
where people would doubt themselves by saying that they were sick or something, and then they'd go be on this game show, and then they would.
You
Say,
get like busted because they're on national
Right.
television.
Exactly.
Hey, you look like you were doing great there, winning $35,000.
Yeah, it's a good thing you won all that money because
Yeah.
you don't have a job anymore.
That's right. Oh, I miss those days.
Yeah, we are those people now.
We
aren't
are those people.
Those people. So after you guys are done with a gig on a Saturday night, what is it you do afterwards? You stay up all night? Are you night birds?
We usually,
Amped
we're
up.
night birds. We'll stay and have a glass of wine and talk.
That, and when you get home, you're amped. You're not getting
Yeah.
time soon.
I can't. I have to wind down.
Yeah.
I'm still excited. I still have adrenaline going through.
Oh yeah. I've
So I'll watch a
seen the
movie or
sun
something.
come up many times after our shows.
Yeah.
But those were the
I have
9
a 2 a.m. curfew.
yeah, those are the 9 to 1s where you're done playing at 1 and then it takes an hour to load out. So you're on the road at 2. And if you got an hour drive home, which happens a lot, you get home at 3, you got to eat, have a beverage maybe, and shower. And next thing you know, the sun's coming up. And if you don't do that often, it's very disruptive.
Yes.
If you do it all the time, hey, it's second nature. But being up all night and seeing the sun come up after, if the gig was successful and a blast, hey, you got adrenaline, you're good.
Could you do a morning show?
Hell,
I've done 10
I've
o'clock
tried. I am
shows.
not
Yeah.
doing it.
I've played it as early as 8 o'clock in the
Oh
morning.
God, that's not rock and roll.
Wow.
It was actually a rock show.
Oh,
But
and
it's
8 o'clock
8
in the
o'clock in the
morning.
morning, yeah.
I don't know if I
Exactly.
could watch a rock show at 8 o'clock in the morning.
I think it was
With
a
my
benefit.
coffee
I
and
think
toast.
I think it was some benefit out that lasted all day.
Couched.
And we were lucky enough to get the first act, 8 o'clock. This was
Nice.
years ago.
Wow.
What were you
Wow.
playing? Music.
Pop.
Oh, was it a
Fred-
cover band show?
cover, yeah.
Okay.
When you hear stories of Woodstock, no, nothing lasted.
Yeah,
No-
but-
nothing went on time. There were bands that were going on at 4 a.m. you
Yeah,
know,
that was
5
like
and-
a
yeah.
whole experience.
Might have been some
thing.
drugs involved.
There
Well,
might have
I
been.
think I've seen reports on that. Yes. Yeah. Oh, that was a whole. That was another planet.
See, that's another one of those historic things that are just so interesting. Woodstock, and just to actually be there. I don't know if I
When was
Really?
that? Was that in the
69.
69?
Yeah.
Okay. And a lot of stuff came out of that time frame. Gosh, some of the killer music came out of that
Oh,
time
yeah.
frame.
Jefferson Airplane.
Yes. Yes. And Joplin and
Joplin,
Hendrix
oh, yeah.
and
Doors.
Doors.
The-
Elvis-
I
Elvis
think the doors
was
were
a little
Woodstock.
earlier, but
I don't think
Talking
they-
about just
yeah.
the era in
I
general.
think the
or
era in
Woodstock?
general.
Oh,
Yeah. It was a big era for sure.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah, the 60s. Big era. And I don't know if that's just because of the age. We are all within a few years of each other,
Yeah.
whether that's the case or if it is for everybody. But it goes back to the economy of things. So we talked earlier about how music is just warm and tepid. And you just said it a few minutes ago. We touched on economy more times than I ever thought we would in the last 2 episodes. Music is a business. When those things were happening, the music wasn't about the business, but now it is about the business. If you want to make a living doing music, you have to keep coming out with product, whether there's world upheaval or not.
Yeah.
And so that's maybe why we are where we are, is we've commercialized it because people need continuity to be relevant.
Yeah, I think if you can find something that you're really passionate about, if we look at Make Me Love You, I've written a lot of music, especially from my punk band days, where I was looking at it going, if this is successful, I got to sing this shit for the next decade. No, I don't care how successful it could be. I'm not singing these hateful, angry songs. And that's why I really enjoyed writing a song like Make Me Love You, because I enjoy singing about, I don't want to say lust, but attraction, being compelled by somebody you're really drawn to. I enjoy that, even though I practically don't even remember who it was about anymore. But it's a compelling subject matter, and it's something that I will never get tired of singing about. It's Paul McCartney said, you think that people would have had enough of silly love songs. I look around me and I see it as some people want to fill the world with silly love songs. What's wrong with that? Guess what? Nothing.
I love it.
Yeah.
Talk about turning the conversation.
I can do it because I have thunk and rethunk this shit 1,000 times. You can't help but you've been doing music for a while. The Age of Adeline. What a great movie. But you can't help but get a PhD in this sort of thing.
Let's unpack Make Me Love You.
Okay.
We haven't talked about it all that much, and we need to. It's available. We want people to listen, but why? Where did it come from? What is it about?
Yeah. Why? It was weird. I just on a personal level, I encountered this woman. I was single at the time. I think I saw her on I don't know, MySpace or something. She had a very compelling website and some kind of controversial pictures, and very beautiful, very attractive woman, a redhead. And lo and behold, I'm out with some friends at this Denim and Diamonds place, country bar in Wichita, and there she is.
Oh, wow.
Yeah, and I went up, and she just was about as edgy as her photos made her out to be, and managed to ask her to dance, and just interacted with her for a little bit. But I realized there might have been some truth to these pictures, because there might have been some chemical sting, shall we say, and things. And I knew right then and there that's not the kind of person I wanted to be with, as much as I was really attracted to her. But there's this line that you're like threatening to cross where, okay, can I live with a certain aspect enough to maybe get involved with this person, or should I put my head on my ass and don't walk, run? So that's what Make Me Love You was about. And that's where it came from.
That's cool.
She was hot. Damn.
Does she know you wrote a song with her?
No, she doesn't.
Oh, that's funny. Yeah. Oh, that's funny.
I need to write something. I haven't written anything in a while.
Yeah? Get to it.
You were instrumental in those brilliant harmonies on this song. And in fact, it was a good song, I think.
I write on piano.
It showed it, but the harmonies you came in with just really blew that song up. And I know you were very little timid about it at first, because you had these
out of
ideas
action for a long time.
You had these ideas of, okay, this is what I'm hearing and I want to try it, but you really weren't sure it was going to work.
But doing that alone without
made the song what it is.
Okay, I can't harmonize with myself, but I remember listening to the demo and go, okay, make me love you. That was the first thing that I was going to harmonize with. The melody,
loud and melodic quality.
Love you, and I'm like, well, I like the call and response. I like the call and response. Make me love you, instead of just the harmony on.
I'm bluesy to a fault, and you came with some really great major scale kind of.
Then Chris
harmonies and
Omar had me stack the vocals, so that's my vocals done. I'm harmonizing 3 parts.
Yeah.
Nice.
So I would say you compose all the time, because you compose those lines.
In school. I learned that melody harmonization.
Yep.
because I write on the keyboard. I can't play guitar with the toss.
And I've found that most people that play keyboards are much more melodically minded than us minor pentatonic guitar players.
Just love progression. I love Elton John, Billy Joel, stuff like that.
Yeah.
Brilliant stuff.
Phil Collins.
Phil Collins.
Just sit by the piano and just make some
South
nice
Park
chords,
reference. Sorry.
Sticks. It's great. Kansas. Loved Kansas.
Oh, wow. Good stuff.
Yeah.
We need to start.
See, that was another, that's
Yeah.
another expansion on what we were talking about earlier with the A-tracks. Because when we would travel, I would have my Kiss A-track tape. We would listen to it. My mom would have her Freddie Fender. We would listen to that. And these were A-tracks.
Yeah.
So you had to listen to the whole album.
We had the Freddie Fender.
My dad had the Kansas album.
Yeah.
Left Overture, Pointed No Return. So that's how I learned deep cuts, is those.
Yeah.
Because we didn't have a rewind. We didn't have a fast forward.
No.
You listen to the whole thing, and I'm glad that we had that.
Yeah.
Instead of just, okay, advance.
Yeah. Do you guys ever listen to the radio with the finger on the record button on a
Yes,
player?
all the time. All the time. But even albums, my dad hated it whenever I would take the needle off and then put it on another song, because it would be like, then he'd come in here, you're going to ruin that thing. The needle, the player.
No, I had friends that were really good at dubbing down albums, vinyl records to cassette.
Yeah,
Because it
we
was
used
more
to do that.
transportable.
We used to do that, yeah.
And I found that really changes it sonically. It gives it more girth and more bass. And I'd be used to listening to my favorite albums on a cassette dub. And then I'd sometime maybe go listen to the actual album. I got, this doesn't sound as good. I like it. I like it when it's been dumped to a cassette. It's got more boom.
What else do you guys want to make sure that we talk about this week before we wrap it up?
Oh, hey, we're always looking for gigs.
It's a nice day.
And we play private parties. In fact, we would love to play a private party. I think that's what's missing.
You got a party, for any reason. You don't need a reason to have a party. Just have a party.
Get in touch with us.
Have a frickin'
Reach
party.
out to Kim. She'll get a hold of us. And if anybody out there wants us to play the private party, we would
Call
love
me
to.
at the chopper. Just call me
At the Zappa.
I'll be at the chopper.
No,
I'll be
I'd like to put that out there.
Slicing
Yeah.
cheese,
Okay.
slicing lunch meat.
Yeah.
I should bring some cold cuts next time.
Oh, Lord.
Yeah,
That'd be
that'd be
nice.
great. We could have a little deli.
Oh,
we could have a little
gas.
deli tray.
Oh,
We need to do something special.
Looking forward to getting back in the studio.
Yes, we are.
yeah.
Our engineer's been gone for a better part of a month on vacation.
That's
so
right.
as soon as we
Oh,
can-
that's the delay. Okay.
Yeah.
And you've got a couple songs in the can that you're ready to record.
And there was a
Okay.
couple that you came across that I think we should look at retracking.
Okay. You're
Maybe,
gonna dig
yeah.
some out of the archives.
Yeah, somewhat.
Yeah.
You record stuff, and sometimes it's not. At the time, it looks like, man, this is great. And then 6 months later, you realize, okay, it's going to need some work. And we, I think, are in enough of a groove, and we're in the zone with the studio now and how we're putting things together, that what we're going to go and do next is probably going to be as good, if not better, than Make Me Love You.
Awesome.
Going down. That would be great
That would be fun.
to do the full production of that one, the fast version. Or we could start out, or we could write something right now.
Oh, hey, let's do
Yeah.
it. Let me.
Okay, what would go good with this?
If she's not enough,
If she's not on the 5-5,
sorrow means
then I'm gonna cry all the way home. All the way home. All the way home.
This has been Opium Western Radio. No script, no filter, just the music and everything around it. Creative contributors Dane Mulligan, Steve Fraze, Brian Lawson. Music by Opium Western. Sprinkled with magic by Kimberly Henry. Subscribe wherever you listen and find us at opiumwestern.com. Rock on!